Hey, how you doing today? This is Corky, Northwest Alabama, on a Yamaha Grand Concert size, I think. Uh, Deep River Blues is a song that Doc Watson was known for. Um, I was watching a video yesterday. It was similar tune. I think it was called "The Last Steam Train," uh, where Chet Atkins and Leo Kottke and Doc Watson sat down backstage to jam. And is a real lesson. If you watch that video, I may try to put the link to it in the comments of this video. But anyway, if you watch it, there's several things going on there. It's really helpful because it's a jam session. They're not practiced to do this. Chet, Leo Kottke, and Doc Watson are all three on acoustic guitars, different types. Kottke and Atkins are both finger pickers using a thumb pick in the old Merle Travis way, and Doc Watson is a flat picker. Now, what Doc Watson does that's different than the other two in this video is he puts a capo on the second fret and plays it in D. The song is in the E that they're doing, and so is Deep River Blues the way I play it. And this is acoustic blues in the key of E, and there's a number of licks and chord substitutions that I want to show you that you would use in something like this. The point about Doc Watson playing with a capo was to give a different sound that complements what the other two are doing. Now this song uses a lot of this. What I'm doing there is hammering on my third and then hitting my seventh note. And then it walks up, A7, B7, E, walk up to the B again, okay, that's a blues turnaround right there. It's a D note, a B note, leaving the high E, in this case, open, walk it down, hammering on your third, and starting with that flatted third, that G note, that particularly puts it in the blues category, okay? There's a lot of toggling, I call it toggling, fooling around you're going to do in the box of the chord. There's a D note, look at that. And then there's a thing that they do in this jam that I do a lot, and it's a rockabilly lick, and it goes like this. E chord, and I'm pressing down that C sharp note from the B, open B. Hitting the E, then A7, hit A7 with a G note, F sharp note, E. So that very commonly I do this. On the E, I'll walk up to A, then okay. Now you also can, when you walk up to the A, go. When you walk up to the A, do this. I associate that a lot with Derek Domino's, but I saw Leo Kottke do it. And that right there is your F sharp note. So you're going this A, high A note on your A. And you're noodling with those notes and those chords. Sometimes, maybe I've heard Doc do it once or twice. By just sliding that B7 up. Everybody thinks that Johnny Cash did it all the time, but he didn't always. And then the other little noodle in that G is to go. That's a Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing. It's a movie. Bugs in Alabama are like in charge, you know. You know, Tony Joe White used that in Pope's Loud Annie. So there's a lot in that E. There's a lot of swampy stuff in the E and D. Walk up to A and do that. I want to show you one other chord substitution in Deep River Blues, and you can use it in any blues. You can use it in rockabilly and everything else. And it's a discovery. If you know what an E ninth is, one of our favorites, right? Yeah, E9, one of our favorites. And but what you do on this is you're using actually the same fingering as a B7 chord in acoustic. Now slide that bird up to the 7th fret. And it makes this really awesome chord substitution for E, like when you start. To the E, you go up here and grab this. Then I'm going to A. And all it is like the same form as the B7 chord. Here's the E, 7th fret. Go all the way to the 12th for the A. Now Chet and Leo Kottke will do this roll with that finger picking, but I use it in flat picking too. Especially if you're a second guitar player. Now, another chord substitution you need to remember, and I don't know what these are called. I wish I had my friend Danny here. He knows the numbers. But it's this right here. For an A, I'm on the 4th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the D string, 4th on the G string, 5th on the B string, E open. Now the way I remember these is if you want to do the A one, Here's your A bar chord, and you drop down 1 fret and do that. There it is. I don't know if it's a diminished or what it is. That's up to you. You go study that. If you're in B, and then here's that one. If you're in E, go down 1. There it is in E. It's very similar to those last chords I showed you. And these are in blues a lot, especially if you drop down to them. It's like T-Bone Walker chords. I've seen Chet Atkins, using these. So, and this is similar to what I just showed you. It's just the fingering stays the same. You just slide it up. There's the B, and then here's the E. Isn't that pretty? I got those deep river blues. Corky signing out. See you. Stay cool.